So the last week that has gone by was a tale of three contrasting superstars of different film industries, and here I am to discuss the same. Hi guys, this is Farhad, and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, and as a video ritual, remember to like and comment on the video. Liking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. And last week saw three distinct releases, as I said. First was Empuran, the much awaited Malayalam film, pan India Malayalam film Empuran. The second was Veera Dheera Suran Part 2, which was starring Vikram. The first one starred Mohanlal. The third one was Sikandar, the Salman Khan starrer Sikandar, and three different kind of performances by three different stars. Now, quick recap on what the films did. Empuran was a very big hit in Kerala, raking in a lot of moolah, but anywhere outside Kerala, it didn't perform too well. Veera Dheera Suran was again a restricted release due to some controversies surrounding its delayed release that actually delayed the film also, and so it resulted in a decent amount of money that was raked in. The third was Sikandar, the much awaited Sikandar, and boy has that bombed and how, which got me thinking about the performances of the three superstars which are there, and interestingly Mohanlal, Vikram and Salman Khan all are approximately of the similar kind of an age range that is there. All of them are in similar range, but the thing that they get to the table or their performances are drastically different, and it's a mixed bag, so to say, as far as the performances of the three of them are concerned, individually speaking. So if I have to talk firstly about Vikram, I feel Vikram is a very underrated kind of an actor. He doesn't get the same appreciation that someone like a Kamal Hassan or a Rajnikant would typically get. There's some issue in a Vikram film always. Either it's of the director or of the producer, or if the director and producer are good, the film turns out to be experimental. There's some issue. One of the reasons, one example I can give is Mahan. Mahan, everything was going for the film. He had a great director in Karthik Subbaraj and a great producer as well. Tremendous performance. I think Vikram's performance has been consistently good throughout. But Mahan released directly on OTT, unfortunately. Otherwise, it would have been a huge hit. It came during the pandemic, and so the one hit tag that you would associate with Vikram is, kind of, missing. Same thing happened with Tangalan. That film was pretty good, but it entered into that experimental zone that completely disconnected with the viewers. I like the film, but majority of the audience disconnected from what it was trying to say, and that's what happened with that Paranjit film. So there has been a mixed bag kind of a Vikram filmology, but when you see him on screen, you see him completely turned on, completely surrendering to the vision of the director. You don't see him as a half-hearted performance, something that I'll be covering later in the video with one of the superstars here. The performances are always on point and always switched on, and boy has he maintained himself at the age of 60. Oh my God. Absolutely in shape, absolutely with a great physique, and something that we did see in the tremendous Tamil film Veera Dheera Suran Part 2, which I really, really liked. This was again a very restrained kind of a mass performance film from Vikram, which was almost simmering with raw energy, but it was never really, cutting it out. It wasn't coming through in a typical mass masala entertainer, and credit to the director S.U. Arun Kumar for that. But coming to the performance of Vikram, I think the brief given to him probably was, to remain grounded with whatever you're doing. So he didn't come across as a Superman or larger than life in any way, which actually made his performance really good. On the other hand, if I have to cut and compare his performance with Mohanlal, the brief probably that Mohanlal would have been given is that yours is a completely larger than life kind of a performance. So therefore, you absolutely need to, have a ball So, in terms of performance, I had mentioned this in my review also. Empuran would not really come close to any of the great Mohanlal performances and any stretch of imagination. Mohanlal's performance, if I have to say, would be something like a Kiridam or a Tanmatra that comes out. Those were, performance oriented kind of roles. This he was having a blast, but the presentation that was there, I think, by Prithviraj, showcasing him as a mass masala entertainer with so many slow-mos, 3 or 4 slow-mos that were there, he completely owned it. And Mohanlal, you can see, was switched on as well, in his performance. He was completely switched on in the performances. Yes, at the age of 60, even so someone like a Vikram is still agile, but Mohanlal is still not agile. But the way that has been masked and camouflaged into the screenplay and actually worked out a way to hide some of the agility of his moves which are there as far as Mohanlal is concerned was interesting to witness, and that's what made his performance very good. It was supremely watchable. And what Mohanlal brings to the table, what Vikram brings to the table. But when it comes to the third performance, which is Salman Khan, it actually breaks your heart, because we all have been, fans of Salman Khan at some point of time. I have grown up on films of Salman Khan like Hum Aapke Kaun, and more recently in the last decade, he's done some good work like Bajrangi Bhaijaan, he's done Sultan, he's done Tiger Zinda Hai. Earlier in his career, he's also been a part of a comedy like Andaz Apna Apna or an action film like Karan Arjun. He's done good body of work, you can say. But lately, I think the complaint that even the staunchest Bhai fans would have is that he looks completely disinterested in the films that he chooses, right from, you can say, something like a Dabangg 3 to, Sikandar. If I have to close my eyes and actually distinguish between which characters which, I will not be able to tell you that, because all characters look the same, all his ads look the same. He looks so tired on screen, it actually pains to actually write. And one interesting aspect of which is not true for Vikram and Mohanlal both, because they both have been in touch with various genres. Mohanlal has been in touch with the comedy genre as well with Bro Daddy, which was again a Prithviraj directed film, also starring Prithviraj. He's also done like a very performance oriented role like Nera, or adventure kind of a film like Malai Koti Waliban. Vikram, as I said, has also worked in a film like Tangalan or PS1, PS2, or even something like a Mahan. You see the range of acting performances that these two have given over the past few years also. You don't need to go too deep into their careers. Whereas Salman Khan has exhausted his caliber of starring in, say, something like a comedy. And he's completely rusted that trait of his. Last comedy I think would probably be Ready back in 2010. Since then there's been no comedy, but he had actually tapped into that zone of emotional quotient with films like Bajrangi Bhaijaan or Sultan, or briefly even Bharat. I would say Bharat, briefly, it didn't land well, but you could make out that there were emotions in that. But here, the only thing that you can expect from a Salman Khan film is a Salman Khan film. He's a genre in itself, and that doesn't say much, unfortunately, at the moment, because how will you break the vicious circle here? The only thing that you are doing is action, but even in the action sequences, you are barely able to move. You look so tired, the agility is not there, and as a result, the action designs that are there, which have to be choreographed around you and designed around you, are typically not making sense at all. You can see the lethargy that is there in the design itself, to cater to that. And that is what I think is lacking in a Salman Khan film. And Salman Khan, I think, because of his probably illness or something, he had been ill recently also, so probably because of that, I'm not sure, it's unclaimed, but probably because of that, you also see him not being in shape on screen. He looks completely out of touch. One of the USPs of a Salman Khan film was that he would take off his shirt and actually pull in the audience in the way that no one else could. And there would be, and where I am from in Mumbai, there's a theatre called Gaiety Galaxy, and everyone would go wild, hands down, in a Salman Khan film when he would take off his shirt. And that USP of his, I think, is completely, evaporated in that. And I think that is one issue, I think, with Salman Khan. What he needs to do is go back to the drawing board. Firstly, get in shape. Firstly, take care of his health. That's more important. You have to look a certain age. On screen, and if you can transition into that role, good. If you can't, you need to take care of your health, take care of your body, get back in shape, take a complete break, and return like how Shah Rukh Khan did with Pathan. And when Pathan happened, everyone got crazy. The film wasn't as great as the collection would say, or as some of the people would say, but it was that longing, that nostalgia factor, of seeing one of the biggest superstars in the country on big screen. You're depriving the audience for a while, so much so that they are hungry, to come, and so they came and flocked in a theatre. So don't take your audience for granted. Even the staunchest Salman Khan supporters are actually tired now, and it's kind of, the bar is so low that each time it's getting lower. Kisi ka bhai, kisi ka jaan, Radhe, and with Sikandar now. So, and as far as Mohanlal is concerned, you're talking of a comeback, whether his comeback is there, his comeback is not there. I feel that Empuran can't really be regarded as his pure comeback, because yes, the numbers are definitely there to show, but when I would say Mohanlal comes back, it will be with a solid performance in a film that also works everywhere. And I think that I have my hopes pinned with his next release, which is Tundaram, I think. Tundaram. So that is, where I would expect, a Mohanlal performance to really come through. The director is excellent there as well, and that's what I'm looking at. As far as Vikram is concerned, Vikram has to be most underrated and most unlucky. But Vikram, I have no complaints as far as the performances are concerned. The performances have always been spot on. You can see the blood and energy in his performance, blood and sweat in his performance each time, with his eyes, with his body language, and the kind of shape that he's maintained. Oh boy, I think Vikram just needs to do what he's doing, and he's just one film away from clicking. And I think Veeradhira Suran Part 2, if it has partly worked, Part 1 is going to work as well. It's a trilogy is what he had said, so even Part 3 may work, so that is it. But I'm mostly worried for Salman Khan. I think he's one of those last standing superstars, if you could call him that at the moment as well. Last standing superstars, wherein with Shah Rukh, Salman and Amir, and it's like kind of heartbreaking to see your heroes aging after a point, and their stardom slightly diminishing. Although what Salman Khan is also capable of. You saw glimpses of that, to be fair, in the film Sikandar as well. When he did partly those emotional scenes, you could see that he can do it. He's not. He just needs to be just pushed a little, or be told, or even with kids around him. I think with kids around him, Salman is a different beast. You saw that in Bajrangi Bhaijaan as well. So I just hope that Salman Khan makes a comeback. I don't know how that is going to come together with his next film, which has already been announced with Sanjay Dutt, called Gangaram. But I just hope that the level of entertainment cannot be so low, and that's what happened when I watched Sikandar. You need to pay attention to your scripts. You need to pay attention to the people that you're working with. You need to pay attention to your performance and your preparation for a character. Do not take anything for granted. If you're not interested, then I think you can just make way for anybody else. But I don't want that to happen. I want that Salman Khan actually picks himself up, motivates himself, and gets him, because at the moment every appearance of Salman Khan looks the same. Ad, Big Boss, movies, everything is the same, and that's the unfortunate part for me. And so the quality is important. Don't go after the 100 crores, 200 crores. Focus on the quality. Focus on that, and you will come back, is what I am hopeful of. Mohanlal will come back as well, and so will Vikram. The story of three stars that are drastically different, but connected with a common fate, which was the last weekend. I think that was my sentiment about the video, about the three contrasting performances of the three actors and their journeys and their way ahead. So if you're liking this video, remember to like that button, smash that like button, chime in your views as well in the comment section. What did you make of the performances of each of the three stars that were there? And you can chime in your views as well about the path ahead or anything related to them. Let's be civil here, let's not attack anyone personally. Let's make sure that happens. And you can also share this video with your friends and family, ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this Digi family together. Also, my all my reviews, latest reviews are available on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. You can read it in your language. You can follow me on different social media platforms as well, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Letterboxd. All information is in the description box. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. You know the drill. So do support there as well on my site, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.